Hello, everybody. Welcome to Super Mario Land 2 with 6 golden coins. This is a really, really fun 2D Mario game for the Game Boy. It's the best Mario game. Well, I don't know about that, but it's one of the best Mario games. I'm joined today on commentary by Bullet Jill and Sonny.
Hello.
Hello.
And without further ado, I'll get started. And so, someone count me down? Well, actually, you know what? There's an audio desync, so I'll just count myself down.
Yeah, that works.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So,
Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins.
I
the
love
best
this
Mario
game.
for the Game Boy.
This game is hilarious. It's actually like really cool. It's like this game is kind of neat because it has like a very low barrier to entry, but like a very high skill ceiling.
Especially with all the corner boosts that you have to do throughout the run in order to save small amounts of time in each stage. And a lot of them can be very precise to hit. And just to give an idea as to what the corner boosts are, you'll see Pidge jump into the corner of some of the question mark blocks, or even some of the, I'll phrase them as angry looking blocks, in order to just push Mario forward a few pixels. That actually does matter quite a bit with saving time throughout this entire run.
Fun fact about the tasks of this game, it uses a glitch that I discovered that actually does not save or at any time. The glitch messes up the music after you beat Wario. And yes, Wario is the final boss of this game. This was actually the game he was introduced in. There is no Bowser or Princess Toadstool in this game. It's just two guys beefing over some money.
Unlike the first game where Tatanga was the boss, and we actually do see Tatanga again in this game, but not as the final boss.
Indeed. We'll be seeing him in about 10 minutes or so.
Good old Spaceland. So, the first world after the Mushroom House is Treeland or Tree Zone, I'm sorry. And that is due to really just easy routing. It's probably the closest world to get to, and you actually get to see what Fire Mario looks like now, with having the feather on top of his head, because reasons.
It's just because Game Boy, we can't really show a palette swap on Mario, so we just modified his sprite a little bit.
And what you saw right there was a damage boost through those spikes to just progress quicker through the level. There are many damage boosts used throughout the run just to save bits and pieces of time. And now for my favorite power-up in the game, the carrot, which allows you to mash the A button and hover. So that is actually going to be used a lot throughout the run just to maintain height with Mario and be able to just fly over sections with very, very nice ease.
Indeed, which I'm about to do right now.
It's so cute. Mario's just hopping through the game now.
Oh, whoops, that is not... Okay, I need to actually concentrate here. There
Yeah,
we go. Should be okay. Yes, we got it.
That jump is somewhat difficult because you want to maintain as much height as possible while flying through the air. And this level is a vertical scroller that the goal is at the top of the level, which you can actually reach very, very quickly.
This game is actually quite technical. Like, well, not too technical, but there are some kind of like unseen techniques that you do with your jumping, but I actually really need to concentrate on this all because it's really bad.
Yeah, this level is very bad because you have a lot of jumps that you're going to make that pretty much are blind jumps. But the damage boost was intentional to get fire because a lot of the bosses, if not all of them, are going to be quick killed using the fire flower itself.
Okay, I played that like super safe and kind of slow, but it's much faster than dying and resetting this level because getting the bunny ears power up is not easy to redo in this world. So I usually do that level like the really fast way, but not today because I'm just like terrified of dying there because I was dying there a whole bunch when I was practicing after I woke up today. But yeah, firepower update, very OP. As you can see, you just smash it to defeat bosses with, so objective of this game, as you can see, is to collect the 6 coins from the 6 worlds and open up the, why on earth does my D-pad like to do that? It likes to go to the wrong area. We have to open up the door to Mario's castle, which was taken over by Wario, and he locked it with a bunch of coins, so I gotta find the coins and kick his butt out of my castle.
So this stage with the hippo statue is actually going to be the way that we access the next zone, and in my opinion, the best zone of the entire game. We will be accessing the space zone with
Heck
this.
yeah! If y'all liked the music that you heard in the setup block before this, oh, you're in for a treat. That level is an auto-scroller.
Are you going to sing the song?
Me, no. I'm gonna let Margaret Ann do some reading.
I can attempt to read quickly for you, though, if you do feel like singing.
I fell down. Okay, there we go.
So one thing you'll notice in the space zone is that gravity is very, very low, and Pidge will be using this to her advantage a lot. And in the second stage, it's gravity itself is going to be much more apparent because, yeah, spoilers, there won't be any.
Yeah, in this level, I like to stay on the ground as much as possible, so that's why you're going to see me damage boosting through those spikes and such. Because you're actually slightly faster. Oh my goodness, I just died because my B button didn't activate. I don't know why that happened. Okay, well, I guess we have to do that level again. I need to clean my controller, I think, because that is a big time loss. Well, anyway, what I was trying to say is that in this level, being on the ground is slightly faster than being in the air. So I try to stay on the ground as much as possible. And that's why I was like damage boosting through the spikes.
Yeah, while you're in the air, you're actually moving quite a bit slower. So staying on the ground allows you to move that much faster throughout the level, and taking the death there is unfortunate, but
yeah, especially because I can't deboost through the spikes now.
Yeah, that in and of itself being the biggest thing for this stage. The fastest way to get through it is by deboosting through all of those spikes and then nailing both of the jumps right here in order to just make it through the stage very quickly.
But anyway,
still,
no, that's over.
even still, it was a good stage with Small Mario.
Yeah, it was okay.
And now for the awesome auto-scroller.
This is a great time for any readings we might have to do.
Well, we haven't had any donations come in, but I did want to remind people that we have some bid wars going on. Coming up right after this is going to be the Dragon Warrior 4 randomizer, and you still have the opportunity to take some of those names. We have plenty of characters who can be named, and if you go ahead and look at the incentives, you can see which ones you might want to take. Some even only have one name suggested at $5. After that, we have, the 8-bit Hero Trainer, which has a Chaos difficulty showcase. We did meet the other 2 incentives, so there will be a body cam, and if we do Chaos difficulty with body cam, it's going to be pretty ridiculous. So that is at $10 out of 100 if you should feel like donating. Do I still have another moment?
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry about that. So what are you actually donating? Where is your money going towards? It is actually going towards Take This, which is a fantastic charity that benefits mental health in the gaming community. They provide education on mental illness so that friends, family members, and coworkers can be better allies for those who are suffering. So if you'd like more information, please visit takethis.org.
One thing I'll kind of explain about this run is that at the bottom of the screen you see that little Goomba head and the X39. That is a kill counter. I want the kill counter to be at 99 when I go into Wario's castle, but because of the death I took, I actually have no idea where I am relative to the kill counter. Because it gives you an invincibility star when it hits 100.
One thing you may have noticed while Pidge was going through the autoscroller is that while she was at the top of the screen, the stars that were one tile below her were not dealing any damage to her. That's because of where Mario's hitbox is located. If I remember correctly, Mario's hitbox is basically his head when he's Super Mario.
I think that's correct. That was actually like the fastest Tatanga I've had in a while.
That was a really nice Tatanga.
I'm still like not great at that boss. There's a couple things that can go wrong, like you take too much damage and you end up as Small Mario, which makes this next level a little slower, or you freeze him and he just takes a while to have his iframes disable. But that was actually pretty fast.
So welcome to the macro zone, where we will be taking the first secret exit in the run, and this secret exit will change this zone from a 4 or 5 level zone to a 3 level zone instead. By doing the secret level, Pidge will then be able to go straight to the boss level and be done with this zone very quickly. The only problem with getting the secret exit is that there is a pipe that is blocked by ice blocks. You can't really tell that they're ice blocks unless you actually try to shoot them with a fireball. But the ice blocks are positioned in a way that they're actually somewhat difficult to hit, as you can see right there. So you have to actually position Mario just right, time your fireball throw just right, and you can break both of the ice blocks in order to access the pipe and go straight into the next autoscroller.
Another thing that I kind of forgot to mention about this game is that with most Mario games, you know, if you have like a power-up block that normally contains a mushroom or fire flower, it's like progressive based on your current size. So your tiny Mario, it's a mushroom. If you're a big Mario, it's a fire flower, so on and so forth. The bunny ears are exempt from that, and if it's a bunny ear block, it's always a bunny ear block, no matter what size you are. Which is actually like a little unfortunate sometimes, because bunny ear blocks are usually like really deep into a level, so if I ever lose the power-up on a level when I need it, it's quite a trek to get it back. Luckily, we don't actually use the power-up in that many levels. It's only used in like a handful.
Yeah, it's used in very few levels, but the few levels that the bunny ear power-up is used in, it saves a very nice amount of time.
I've actually died making that last jump there before. Not today.
So the last level of the macro zone is a library. So it's going to be jumping over books. Oh, and this library has conveyors and spikes.
My kind of library.
Plants.
Oh my?
This is my kind of library.
This is the best library, and I do agree with that. Oh my, Jill.
Conveyors and spikes and Goombas. Oh my.
I mean, this reminds me of my library in town.
Yeah, this is pretty close to my library in town as well.
It's pretty close to the one I've got to.
And once again, we are seeing that firepower is a little overpowered. Just a little bit.
But with that, that's 3 coins down. Basically half of the game done already.
We're about to get into my favorite zone, Pumpkin Zone. I love this place because the levels are not too hard and the aesthetic is just adorable. And also, it's almost Halloween.
Yeah,
Yay.
Pumpkin Zone is great, and I honestly like to call this the Halloween zone because you get to see Jason over and over and over again.
I played my dad's Game Boy a lot when I was like 3-4 years old, and we had this game and Dr. Mario and Castlevania Adventure, and I like to call this the Halloween level, and I called Castlevania the Halloween game.
I mean, that's more accurate than it should be.
Yeah, like where's the lie?
Where's the lie? Okay, that was the best Pumpkin Zone one I've had in a long time, so that was nice.
That Pumpkin Zone one was super nice.
Thank you. However, I am a little over on my kill counter, so I'm going to try not to get any unnecessary KOs on anything.
If we have a moment, we did have some donations come in.
Go for it! This is a level that's not too complicated.
Awesome. So we had $4 from Antigale, who said, the free Enterprise community race got a free Final Fantasy IV fact from Smakeview, so I feel like I should donate for it. And Mr. Mark Polo donated $5 without comment. Thank you very much for both of those donations.
Heck yeah.
So, you may notice Pidge jumping through the rooftops of this area in Pumpkin Zone 2. I almost called it Halloween Zone 2. That's actually completely intended. The platforms themselves act like bridges, per se, and they do some very nice stuff. Randomania, thank you for the raid.
Yo, shoutouts to Randomania. So this is actually, like, I think my favorite tune in the game. This level.
Is this when the spooky overworld music? I've actually got the stream paused so that way I don't audio lag myself.
Oh no, it's just like the kind of Addams Family sounding song.
Oh, yes, this one is the best level music by far.
So I jumped over a piranha plant to clear it. That's actually kind of hard to do, because what I was talking about earlier with jump tech in this game, there's 3 different kinds of jumps you can do. There's a regular jump, a full jump, and a super jump. And a full jump is when, yeah, go figure, another game Pidge runs that has super jumping in it. It's a full jump is when you're holding up when you initiate your jump, and you continue to hold that for the rest of your jump. You get like an extra tile of height over what you would normally get. And a super jump is when you do a full jump, but you release the jump button at the peak of your jump. So that's a little more technical. You have like a 3-4 frame window to get it. What am I doing? I'm not looking at this level properly. There we go. So now we have the bunny ears back, and bunny ears is important for the boss of this world.
Yeah, the boss that we're going to be coming up to is, well, a witch.
A spooky witch.
Very much so.
A spooky witch for October. Alright, hopefully I don't lose my power up here. I'm going to play this a little bit safe.
Which cauldron is it going to be?
Yeah, you don't want to be standing on top of the cauldron pots because she shoots you in the spikes. Oh, right, I did not lose my bunny ears, and that's really good because if you lose your rabbit ears, it's actually not the worst thing in the world. It just means you take a short detour to Mario Zone 1 to do that level and grab the bunny ears at the end, and then you don't have to worry about it later. But normally we go to Turtle Zone first before we do Mario Zone, so if you go to Mario Zone first, it's a little bit of a time loss, but it's not like the worst thing ever, like it would be to lose your bunny ears in Tree Zone. And the reason that we do Turtle Zone first is because you want the bunny ears to skip over the first level, whereas that's not really necessary in Mario Zone 1, so we do Mario Zone 1 last.
I love how the turtle's neck just extends to chomp Mario.
Yeah. That
That is
freaked me
still
out as a
my-
kid.
That's still my absolute favorite thing in the entire game.
Yeah, so the run gets, like, a lot less terrifying after you beat Macro Zone, because Tree Zone is aptly named Tree Set Zone by the speedrun community for this game, for obvious reasons. Space Zone can be kind of scary if you don't know how to do optimal Tatanga, which I don't, so it's a little scary for me. But then Macro Zone, just don't die in the auto-scroller and you're good. And then the rest of the game is a little more forgiving. Like, if I lose a power-up in any of these levels, I can go back to Pumpkin Zone 1 and grab it, because typically I don't need bunny ears for the rest of this game too much. So, I'm going to be relying on Fire Flower a lot more.
Yeah, the Fire Flower, as stated before, is OP, but I don't think we can actually stress just how OP the Fire Flower is. And fighting
wow. I've never done that
Wario,
before.
you'll actually get to see just how OP the Fire Flower truly is. I mean, even though it's taken out all of the bosses up to this point, minus the Witch, very quickly, going through the 3 phases of the Wario fight, if you blink, you miss it.
Oh, well, we actually don't use Fire Flower versus Wario in the run. Because it's faster to just lose it on your way into him.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different category. Or no, I'm thinking of the older route of the run.
Oh, I wonder if that's safer because I'm terrible at the Wario fight.
It's a little bit safer. And to tell you the truth, I'm actually thinking of back when Controller Head ran this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yep. And now we're inside of the whale. Just be careful of the spikes. Also, there's a prime example of the bunny ears being grabbed while being small Mario and just immediately incrementing the power-up state to Bunny Mario.
Yeah, I'm still like way too high on my kill counter, so I gotta be careful about that. I don't want to hit 100 before I go into Wario's castle.
Yeah, your kill count's worrying me just a little bit.
It's only because I had to repeat Space Zone 1.
Yeah.
But I will just be extra careful in Mario Zone. You know what? That Turtle Zone 3 is usually where my runs die, so that was actually okay.
Turtle Zone 3 went smoothly.
Yeah, I was surprised, like, I always, like, jump into the spike right at the start and have to reset the level, which doesn't actually matter all things considered because you do that level small Mario anyway. Okay, now we have to go to one of the strangest levels in this game, or one of the strangest areas in this game, Mario Zone. I have no idea why this big statue of Mario is a thing, but it just totally is.
It's a robot of Mario. I mean, why devs? Why did you do that? Also, there's a super jump in action.
Yeah, I'm just not letting them very much today.
It's because he has the money as a plumber and he wants to reinvest in the community by hiring local artisans.
He is one successful plumber to have his own castle.
Well, he collects enough coins for it, and also I feel like the robot is just proof that this is a canonical prequel to the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series.
Ah, I see.
Bringing canon into it, I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So with those super jumps pitched, could you say that there wasn't much room for error?
Nah.
I had to get one in.
Had to get one in. I'm all super jumped out from my last run.
I can't blame you. Also, intentional damage boosts here just to run through run through all that stuff a little bit faster.
As long as I have less than, I think, 97 kills before I go into Mario Zone 4, I should be okay for my kill counter.
Yeah, I think you'll be alright.
Yeah, I've been playing this area fairly conservatively. Bink.
So, more Bunny Mario in action there, just to fly over all the stuff. Make that level a piece of cake. And now you get to see all the mushrooms in the background and toy soldiers.
I
And-
love this level. This is one of my favorite levels in this game. It's just so interesting.
This level has my biggest enemy,
What's
the
that?
bullet bills.
Oh.
Shoutouts to my cousin Bill.
Yes, we are huge Bullet Jill stands in this room, just not so much Bullet Bill, I think.
Now, you can take the little crane game arm across these, but it's much slower than jumping onto the top of them and just running across them.
Okay, my kill counter is back on track. If I have 91 going into Mario Zone 4, I think I'm completely safe.
Yeah, you should end up at 99. So, welcome to Mario Zone 4, aka Legoland.
Welcome to Super Mario Land 2, where the reference don't make sense and nothing matters.
Exactly.
Nintendo was a toy company. It makes perfect sense.
This is true.
Yeah, I can't deny that logic. Also, Return of Grinders. Because they had to come back from, or they had to be brought back in Super Mario World, because if I remember correctly, this came out before Super Mario World. But you get the 3 little piggies now.
Once again, Fireball's too OP.
This was actually 2 years after Mario World.
That's right. So yeah, they came back from Mario World. But with that, all 6 coins have been collected.
Heck
And
yeah.
Pidge's kill count is at 99, which is perfect for going into this part of the game.
I'm a little bit nervous for this level, because it's... Wario's castle is like a big difficulty spike in this game. It's not too bad in the speedrun, but you just have to be careful, and my malfunctioning B button is making me a little nerve-wracked.
And I do have to agree with the statement of it being a difficulty spike. There are quite a few tight jumps in this level, and missing any of them can potentially result in death. So all of these one-tile gaps are a massive pain, but
Massive
Pidge made
pain,
it through
man.
safely. Oh. Did I just hear you say massive pain, man?
Maybe. I'm calming myself down. That's all it is.
Hey, I approve of it.
Alright.
So these platforms are kind of awkward, to be completely honest. And there are...
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? How did that happen? Okay, well, this run's going over estimate. Let me just update it. Okay,
Fine. And
I'm updating my estimate.
It look,
while you're updating it, we did have a donation come in if I have a moment. Sorry?
I do believe you have a moment.
Yeah, I'd say go for it.
Alright, so Maggie the Cat donated $25 and says, "Hi Pigeon friends, bid to go toward naming Nara in Dragon Warrior 4 Randomizer Kuon, the main character from Utawareru Mono, Mask of Truth, because I want to hear the comms try to pronounce that." I tried.
Mono? Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember watching that a long time ago.
Also, hi Maggie.
Yes. Hi Maggie.
So, yeah, missing any of these jumps, timing them early and late, can very likely kill you, as you saw earlier. The skull platforms have a property that after Mario's been on them for X amount of time, or X amount of time after landing on them, they just crumble into dust. so you have to be somewhat quick jumping off of those platforms. But this upcoming room has trap blocks that spawn these fists, and Pidge jumps over that third block, or the third trap block, in order for it to not activate.
Okay, scary room over.
Much better room.
Yeah. Apologies. This run is going to go over estimate, quote unquote. But it's okay. We're almost done.
Yeah, it looks underestimated to me.
Yeah, it's going under estimate.
Estimate? What estimate?
I saw no estimate.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So,
It's fine to me.
coming up very shortly, the whole reason the kill count is at 99 is because of that. You kill that Wario orb and grab the star and just blitz through the rest of these rooms like they're nothing.
Here's Wario. I don't have to grab the rabbit ears here, but I will just for safety.
Actually, that first phase was really nice.
Thanks. Yeah, that's fast Wario. There's a
See
way
if
you
you
can
get
manip
fast
him
Wario
with the timer, but I don't know it, so I just jump up in the air when he's about to drop down because he stuns you if you're on the ground when he lands. So I just jump up and land on him. So time is coming up right here. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3. We did it.
GG's. And Fast Wario 3, you just hover over him.
5 whole minutes underestimate? Heck yeah.
GG's. At that rate, we're gonna get ahead.
GG's. So, with
So-
Fast Wario 3, you just hover over him, and that's pretty much it.
Basically, yeah. Well, anyway, that's gonna do it for me. So thank you so much to Sonny and Jill for being here with me today. This run is a lot of fun, except when my B button just doesn't work in Space Zone 1 for some reason. Yeah, you know how it is.
It happens.
It was still a super solid run. You nailed pretty much all the hard stuff, except for the hard room, but you nailed it after you got back into it.
Yeah! Well, anyway, with that, I will be off, and I'm going to switch over to Rye Guy with Dragon Warrior 4 Randomizer, so enjoy that run, and enjoy the rest of the marathon, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Catch y'all later.